April 2nd, Thursday morning yoga class. Good to see everyone here. Deep sigh. I'm feeling better. If you watched Tuesday's class, you know I caught a cold while traveling last week. So that's good news. So we'll be moving a little faster than we did on Tuesday. If you want a slow flow class, Tuesday is a great one because we were going slow. But today, I think I feel a little more energy and we'll just see what comes out. It's going to be an all well-rounded class with a lot of heart opening, which means some back bending, a little twisting, a little balance, all the good stuff. That being said, go ahead and get yourself situated in a comfortable seated position with a long, tall spine so we can take this time to begin, to arrive, to come into this moment with a little mindfulness. Let your eyes close. Take a few deep sighs. At this point, you probably know what works best for you. I give you ideas, whether it's connecting with your five senses, the sense of sound, body sensations, whatever brings you into this moment. To get out of that busy, busy brain and prepare for our hour together. Noticing your breath. Is it tight? Is it short? Is it long? Where does it move your body? Throw in our poem for today. Today I open to the poem called Updraft in the book Breath of Joy by Donna Falls. Updraft. Vulture in an updraft has no need to flap its wings. I try to learn this easy lesson and ride life's currents, the warm air bearing me up until my problems seem as nothing, far beneath my outstretched wings. A beautiful vision of a vulture in an updraft, just riding the thermals. Can we let go and ride the currents of life? Letting those warm updrafts take us higher. So we become the observer of life down below. And from this place of riding the thermals on a beautiful day, let's go ahead and begin our practice with those 3 breaths. We inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Again, inhaling through the nose. Long, slow, steady breath, and exhale through the mouth. One more. And out. With that next breath, we're going to open our eyes, and on the breath, reach our arms up. And on the exhale, bring them down. I want to start by changing our position. So roll over your knees, bring the knees together, and sit back on your heels with a long, tall spine. We're going to inhale, hands up, and exhale, forward fold, reaching the hands forward, coming into our first child's pose. Open the shoulders, rock the forehead. And then dragging the fingers back without moving the head, bring the hands back by the heels, palms up as we let our shoulders open around the knees. And we come into this position that we'll come back to a few times during the class of a cannonball, a tight ball that we curl ourselves into. Some people might call it the fetal position because it's the position you were in your mother's womb. Few breaths here. And then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Crown of the head lifts. And then reach the fingertips back as you keep lifting and you open the heart. As they do, still have to hold. From here, lift the hips and lower the hips. We begin to bring up the psoas on the front of the legs. Up and down with the hips. You can use your fists. You can turn your fingertips front or back, whatever feels right here. And then come on back up. Now we're going to shift our weight in our hands just enough to roll over our toes to come on the balls of our feet. So let's reach the heels back and come into that cannonball shape here. And then hands forward as we roll the knees forward and set the knees down and roll the shoulders back, stretching out the bottoms of our feet. Let's do that a couple more times. Roll back, heels down, arms wrap, and then knees forward, head up, shoulders back. One more time to make it 3. We're waking up that spine, but we're also waking up the feet. And the next time you come to the cannonball position, let's go ahead and reach the hips up into forward fold. Head hangs forward. We rock back and forth. Knees are bent, belly's on thighs. Go ahead and roll it up until we come to mountain pose. Hands reach up. And a prayer through the center back to forward fold. Walk the hands forward this time and come into plank. Once you're in plank, let's again wiggle and around on the balls of your feet and your hands. Playing with strength. And then bending knees, tailbone up, that turbo dog. And then our first downward dog, pedaling one foot after another. Waking up the body. From this downward dog, let's play with rolling to plank back to down dog. You don't have to look at the screen. Just see what feels right. And then next time you're at plank, go ahead and lower down. Belly to the earth. Release the tops of your feet. Lift your head. Let's lift our hands and inch off the floor and reach the feet up. Really waking up the back, all those muscles saying, good morning. Hands down, feet down. Pushing back through all fours to child's pose. Back where we started. Tuck the back to all fours, tuck the toes to downward dog. Now let's see if we can we were playing between downward dog and a plank. Let's see if we can play between all of them. So the plank, and then let's lower the hips and down and up and just wiggle. Oh, so maybe you're getting a little cobra. Maybe you even come to a full up dog. Maybe pause on all fours. So many options. But next time you're in downward dog, meet me there. Let's go back to our plank pose. And let's go ahead and turn, lift the right hand and come into a side plank. Lifting that right hip as high as you can so you really engage that core. You can feel those muscles. And back to regular plank. Child's pose. Just to pause between sides, back to plank. Back to side plank on the other side. Lift, lift, lift. That left hip as high as you can. And back to plank. Knees down. Back to child's pose. So I hope you can see how you can do this every morning when you wake up. You don't, yes, a sun salutation is great, but sometimes you just have to work your way in even to the sun salutation. Letting your body lead the way. Wiggling, stretching, yawning the body. Come on, back to all fours, to downward dog. And this time we're going to walk our feet up to that forward fold. Taking the time here in forward fold to rock, to stretch. And then rolling up once again, this time at the top of your mat to mountain pose. Now we will go ahead and flow through sun salutation A. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk or step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths here. Then inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step or jump to that spot. Inhale, halfway, lifting the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Hands touch at the top and come down through a prayer. Hands to the side. Again. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down. Walk or step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Ah, big ah. Maybe even a tongue out lion's breath. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk, step, or jump back to plank. Pause here. Right hand up for plank. Right foot up. Touch it back behind you and reach and arch. Just a little baby one here. And bring it down, back to plank. Side plank. Other side, left hand up. Touch the left big toe behind you. Little bitty arch. In the side plank. And back to plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Well done. 2 breaths or 3 breaths here. Any wiggles, any stretches you need. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, right foot top of the mat. Between your hands, lower the left knee. Release the top of the left foot. Both hands up. So really feeling that nice stretch again in that psoas, the hips as we open that front. Stretch up through the fingertips. Let's drop the hands. Reach the right hand up. Feel that low lunge twist. And if you have it in you, bend the left foot and let that right hand grab the top of the left foot. Stretching, wiggling. Nice. Come back up to low lunge. And let's place the hands down. Tuck the left toe, step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Left foot top of the mat. Dropping right knee down, right top of the foot. Come on up. Reach up. Let the hips fall forward as much as feels right. Nice stretch. From here, drop the hands. Leave the right hand on the ground and reach the left hand up. You can walk that left foot closer to the edge of the mat to give yourself more room to reach back for the right foot. Shining your heart to the sky. Release the top of that feet if you bound it. Wiggle the foot back if you walked it out. Release top of the foot to the ground. Come on back up. Hello, lunge. Hands come down. Tuck the right foot. Step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. And exhale. Down dog. Let's come up onto the balls of the feet and then drop the heels to the right. And up. And drop them to the left. Pushing into the palms. Get some interesting stretches to the right. This time, when you drop to the right, lower the hips to the ground. Then look back over your left shoulder. Come back up. Balls of the feet, drop the heels to the left, but then drop the left hip. Look over the right shoulder. And then we're gonna repeat that. So there's downward dog in the middle on the balls of the feet. Drop the heels to the right, lower the hips. And side to side. So we're really loosening up the lower back and also stretching out the sides of the hips, which we often don't do. So keep repeating it. Noticing. This time, wherever you are, when you drop that hip, see if you can roll to the middle to a cobra or up dog, and then all the way to the opposite side. And come up to down dog, and then go back down one side, roll through the middle with a cobra, up the other side, and meet me in down dog. Let's do that one more time each way. Drop, roll across the front of the pelvis, up the other side, and down this again, roll, and up. Now let's drop the knees and come into child's pose. This time bend the elbows. See how much relaxation you can bring to this pose. How much letting go. So celebrating trying new things. Exploring poses in different ways. A few more breaths here. Riding those thermals, coming back to that visual. Where in your life do you need to take that observer's position? Get a new perspective on what's going on. And when you're ready, come on back up, tuck the toes, and come into a regular downward dog. Lift the right foot to the sky, bend the right knee, open that hip, and then make circles with the knee. Really opening it, make circles one way and the other. And then come back and bring the foot between the hands as we come up for a high lunge. Hands up. From a high lunge, let's drop that heel and come into warrior two. And reverse the warrior. And from here we're going to warrior two and then launching right into half moon. Right hand drops to a block, fingertips to the floor, or maybe fingertips hover. Hips are stacked. And then if your arms like wings, if you can just bring them back to airplane, dropping that left hip, lifting your heart, and then coming back to standing, both hands up. Back to forward fold. Halfway, hands to the mat, back to plank, lower down, up dog, and down dog. You're gonna lift left foot to the sky, bend the left knee, and make those circles with the knee. Keep pressing in those palms. Change the direction. Nice. And then bring that left foot between the hands and come up to high lunge. Oh, open that heart. Turn to warrior two. Reverse the warrior. And then we're going to come back through warrior two. A little launch as we come into half moon. Using a block, having a finger on the floor, or letting the hand hover. We're going to drop the right hip and bring the hands like airplane wings. Eyes gaze forward. And then right foot steps next to left. Let's pause here at the top of our mat. Just to recognize we can find that calm, that mindfulness. Flying as an eagle, standing as well as sitting in a meditative pose. Well done. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. I'm going to bring right foot to the sky. Bend that right knee. You have to move over. And then if you can step it back into wild thing. Left leg is extended. Right knee bent. Right hand reaches up. And then back to three-legged dog. And then right foot top of the mat. This time let's turn the left heel down to start with and come up to warrior one. From warrior one, we're going to go to warrior two. Checking your positioning, feeling your strength. From warrior two, drop the right hand in front of the right foot and reach right hand to the sky. I'm going to invite you to go deep right away if you can, and go ahead and bind that. And then if you can stay bound, straighten that right leg and bind a triangle. If not, you should be in regular triangle. if you're in bound triangle, go ahead and rebend the right knee. Look at your right foot and step the left foot forward. From here, go ahead and balance on that left foot and come on up. Straightening the right leg for peacock. And then releasing the hands, grabbing the right big toe out to the side, bring it to the front, and set it down. Whew. Now, if you didn't do all that, I'm not getting this very well. Do a chaturanga, meet me in standing. I'll pause here in case you're over there in triangle. I know that was a lot. But, you know, as I always say, we don't try new things, we never know. So I like to challenge myself because basically you're doing my practice with me right here in your home. So hopefully now we're all back to standing. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk, step, or jump back to plank, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So now we lift the left foot to the sky, bend the left knee, and this time we touch that left foot back and reach the hips up. For a wild thing on this side. Back to three-legged dog. Left foot to the top of the mat, right heel down, warrior one. From warrior one, warrior two, from warrior two, drop the right hand or side angle. And then this is where we got crazy. If you want it, and bound it. And then we played with going straight from bound side angle to bound triangle. And then from bound triangle, we look forward, step the right foot up, balance on the right foot to lift the left leg. Extend through the left leg. Just put my foot on the wall. That is definitely cheating. I'm behind. Grab the left big toe. Oh my goodness, once you're touching the wall. Grab the toe, bring it forward, set it down. Okay, and then like last time, everybody meet in standing. Okay, I'm wearing myself out after being ill. Let's see. While we're standing up here, and we've done so much heart opening, let's go ahead and bend the right foot and reach back and grab that right foot. And then you decide, but if you can, we'll go to dancer's pose. Tilting forward, lifting up. Looks like I'm going off the screen there for the Facebook video. And coming back down, let's do the same thing other side. Bend the left knee, bringing the heel toward the hip, balancing on one foot with a knee bent like this and stretching out that leg. That alone is plenty. If you want to go further, bring thumb and big toe together. Right hand reaches up, and then we start lifting that foot to the sky as we tip forward, forward, forward. And then back. I wanted to do another balancing falling pose since we've done opening. I'm not even sure I can do this. I'm definitely gonna need a block. Well, let's try it. So we're gonna put the block in our right hand. And then we're gonna touch the left toe behind us, lift the right block above our head, and then we're gonna place the block on the mat in front of us. And then we're gonna come back into that half moon. So we've already done this, but I wanted to see, since we've done all of that, to see if you can reach back and grab that foot. So there you go. I'm talking to myself. And then I saw someone, and I've never tried this one, you might try it. If you can release the block and grab the right hand to the foot too. I thought that looked pretty cool. They made it look graceful. I did not. You see what you did. But I might play with that more because I've never tried to grab both hands to that foot before. I've always just done one. So always a new challenge. Come back to standing, whether you fell or whatever you are. Let's reach down and grab the block. I like just using the block in my hand before I even start. We're going to do it on the other side. So again, tap the right toe back, block above your head, place it as we lift the right heel, stack the hip so we really roll this right hip up and back so it's over the left hip, right hand up, and then if you can, bend the right knee and grab the right foot, and this again, if you can release the block. Oh my gosh, I did it. You can grab both hands to that foot. Well done. Ooh, I got a little dizzy though. Okay, fun trying new things. I think that's enough. I think it's time to come to the floor. So, to do that, let's come to the top of our mat. Step our feet to the edges of the mat. Bring your hands to our upper thighs, or you can put your hands in prayer and reach the hips back, 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 and then lower the tailbone between your heels. Reach the crown of the head up and come into a big squat. Oh, maybe you can let your eyes close and take a moment to celebrate all you did, tried, finding some grace and gratefulness for all of it. Place your hands on the mat. If you want to, you could do an arm balancing here, but honestly, I think we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and just reach my hands forward to really stretch out my upper shoulders. That feels really good. Maybe you're doing a crow pose right now. Maybe you're enjoying some stretch that just feels just right to you. And then when you're done, set your hips back. And then let's put our feet more hip width apart and our hands back. And let's come up into tabletop. Again, I'm kind of rocking, stretching, just like we did at the beginning. And then you can lower. Actually, you could alternate between the cannonball, hug yourself pose, and tabletop. So, if that feels good to your body like it does to mine. So this contrast of this inward hugging and this absolutely exposed belly to the sky, very vulnerable. Opening hips and shoulders. Next time, meet me in the hugging pose, cannonball pose. And from here, we're going to go ahead and place this right shin on the mat, parallel with the top of the mat. And then we're going to take the left leg, so you can shift your weight to your right hand and stretch it back. We're going to come into pigeon. So you may need to adjust this angle of the shin, but most of you have been practicing with me long enough, you know where pigeon is. So again, if you need a block under that hip, go ahead and put it there. Get yourself situated. Oh, should feel really good after all we just did. And then walk your body down, your upper body down into pigeon pose. Great hip opener. Also use blocks under your head. And we're going to rest here a little bit, really letting the relaxation open that hip even more. Go ahead and walk your body up. Shift over to the right as you bring the left leg up and around. Place that shin and reach the right back. So switch sides, whichever way you like to switch sides from one side, pigeon to the other. Again, make those micro adjustments. Turning your leg so the top of the leg faces the mat on the back. Supporting your body where it needs support, and then bring your upper body forward again. This is one of those poses, the longer you hold it, the more you get out of it. But we're not going to hold it 5 or 10 minutes, but we did hold it. Go ahead and come on back up and bring the right leg around. Let's come back to the cannonball hanging pose. And it's from this pose that we'll go ahead and roll back to our backs. So many poses. Once you're here on your back, as usual, roll the hips side to side, up and back, circles. Make it feel good. I'm going to offer shoulder stand. So the options include legs up the wall, which you could do with a real wall or imaginary. Support it, legs up the wall. where you put a block under your hips, giving yourself a little more elevation here, which is the preparation for shoulder stand. So, or you can go into shoulder stand if that is in your practice. So walk your elbows in so those upper arms are parallel. Support your lower back. The palms are at the bottom of the ribs. And the legs are engaged, toes reach up. Press into the back of your head and lift your nose and chin so your chin is not touching your chest. The goal is to make a candlestick shape. And if plow is in your practice, go ahead with pointed toes, start reaching them over your head. Maybe they come to the mat, maybe they don't. Maybe at this point you like to straighten your arms or interlace your fingers. At any time you can continue to support your back, bend your knees, and slowly roll back down, finding yourself back into the hugging pose, rocking and rolling. Now, we've just done such a great job of twisting and doing inversions and balancing poses that I feel like to make it completely well-rounded, even though we've done all this back bending, we might as well offer a back bend, a full back bend, a wheel. So, again, a couple choices. You can do bridge, you can do supported bridge with the block under your hips, which is very relaxing at this point if you're like, I'm done. Or you can do a wheel, bringing your fingertips up by your shoulders, elbows point straight up, come to the top of your head. And then pushing into your palms, coming into a back bend. Hold it as long as you can, and then slowly come down. Now I feel like, now we're a very complete practice. After back bend, go ahead and let your legs go side to side in a windshield wiper way. Again, sensing the ah. Now I would like to put in a twist each direction here. So we're going to spread our arms wide. Hit the wall. And I'm going to do a simple twist with knees to the right, eyes to the left. Some deep sighs. Some closing of the eyes as we begin to wind down this practice. And when you're ready, switch sides. Eyes gaze right, knees fall to the left. Sorry for my snorkeling. Go ahead and come to your backs. Let's find a happy baby. rocking and rolling, exploring happy baby. This is also the time I would give you to do any other poses you wanted to do this practice. Remember, you can always stop the video and throw in a couple extras, variations, whatever. If there's something you're like, ooh, I wanted to do that today. Before we come to the closure. After happy baby, we're going to end with that pose we come to over and over, this time on our back, hugging ourselves, cannonball-like. Point the toes. See how much you can hug yourself, how tight you can be. A little wiggle, a little kiss, a little extra love. And then spread out all the way into Shavasana. It should feel like, oh, so happy to be here, happy to be alive. Quick little body scan. Noticing how your body's changed since the beginning of the practice. Hopefully there's more calmness, more opening, but maybe there's still places that are tight. Maybe there's even places you overstretched. But hopefully you're feeling a lot of delicious ah. Relaxing your feet, your legs, your hips, all of your back, your belly. Relax your shoulders and your arms. Your hands and your fingers, your palms, your face, and the back of your head. Deeply relaxing as if you're melting into some warm sand. I'll read the poem one more time and then I'll mind the time as you rest in Shavasana. Updraft. Vulture in an updraft has no need to flap its wings. I try to learn this easy lesson and ride life's currents, the warm air bearing me up until my problems seem as nothing, far beneath my outstretched wings. place of stillness and deep relaxation. Bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly as you begin to sense the rise and fall of that breath. Stretching hands overhead, we wiggle, we stretch, we yawn. In that pencil-like position before we roll to our right side, resting our head on our upper arm. Bringing our knees to our chest, back to a more fetal-like position. As you rest here on your right side before we get up, let's bring to mind things we're grateful for, things going well in our life. Learning to notice the positives instead of always the negative. Our brains have a negative bias, so we have to work that muscle to learn to look for the good, the positives, what's going well, what you accomplished. Every day, finding those things to celebrate. And then pushing yourself up to that seated position. We end with those 3 breaths together, hands at heart, chin dropped, eyes closed. We inhale and exhale with some audible sound. Whatever wants to come out, a word, a sound, a vocalization. 2 more times. Trusting, you know. One more time. That spirit in me honors that in every single one of you. I see your light. I see your goodness. I appreciate you for showing up. Namaste. Go have a great day, and I'll see you the next time.